saw Victor lying in front of his house. That's where he made his last stand, holding his water hose.
Gripping first-hand accounts of the Eaton Fire devastation are a hallmark of the new docuseries To Altadena With Love. Survivors share the devastation of their dreams even as they fight for their recovery. The podcast was created and hosted by Emmy-nominated journalist Mimi Brown in partnership with iHeartMedia and the Black Information Network. Mimi joins us now to share more about this project. Mimi was a former producer here at Fox 11. We're so proud of your continued success.
Thank you.
Congratulations on this.
Thank you.
So tell us what the basic idea here and sort of your big takeaway from this project.
So yeah, this project, we wanted to get into Altadena, in the heart of Altadena, and talk to the residents just moments, not even moments, I would say just a few days after the Eaton Fire, and capture their raw emotion and allow them to give them a safe space to share their stories. I wanted them to feel like they were able to bring us into the Altadena that they remember, right? Because so many people now are hearing of Altadena and they know Altadena now, but what did it look like before January 7th? What did it look like before the Eaton Fire disrupted everything in life as they knew it? And so this podcast, this docuseries, brings you into the heart of the community, the people who actually lived in Altadena, and it allows you to hear it from their perspective, their memories, their truths, whatever happened that night, how they saw it, and just a safe space to kind of let us into their community.
What were you most surprised by as you started to listen to their stories?
You know what? I was actually the most surprised by their community, their sense of, we are in this together. You know, in episode 1, we hear from Willie Jackson, and Willie was, you know, or is, he's an 81-year-old Altadena resident. He's been there for 60 years. For me, what he did was he humanized the headlines, right? So he told the story of Victor Shaw. We know Victor Shaw as the Altadena man who was holding his water hose when he passed away from the fire. But if you listen to Willie's story, Altadena meant so much to him and his family. So Willie grew up with Victor's parents. His father's name was Frank Shaw, and Willie brings us into Frank's world, into Victor's world, and he shares that house meant so much to Frank, right? He would stay up every day watering the garden and planting flowers. And so when the fire came, Victor Shaw was trying to save the home that his father had worked for, right? And so it humanizes just that headline. We understand now more about
why he would do that, and we know that Altadena was really a community that was created in large part because of racism in other communities nearby, and then Altadena formed as a safe place for people for generations.
Absolutely.
And this is generations of families that have been together in the same homes. Absolutely. And now the thought of those homes being gone is got to be so devastating.
Absolutely, and you know, we talk about that in episode 2. We go back and to understand why so many black families ended up in Altadena, we did a little research, right? And we know that black families came to Los Angeles during the Great Migration, and they were redlined to Altadena. You know, in episode 2, we talked to Robert Childs, who is 86 years old, and he tells the story of how he tried to buy a home in Hastings Ranch in Pasadena. But when he got there was an angry white mob that pushed him out. He was not allowed to sign the closing. And so the realtor sold him the house in Altadena. And as you do a little bit more digging, you find that there was one realtor that basically sold all those homes to the black families in Altadena, you know, at great risk of their own peril, because they weren't supposed to be selling homes to black families back then.
And that's why this is so much more than just a home for so many people. It represents so much more, which is what you capture in the docuseries. So people can, where can people check it out?
So anywhere you get your podcasts, you can go to iHeart, Spotify, just put in To Altadena With Love. You can go to toaltadenawithlove.com, and it's all there.
Congratulations, Mimi. Keep up the great work.
Thank you so much.
We're excited about it. And you can follow Mimi at Mimi Brown TV in social media as well.